Entrepreneurship. Is entrepreneurship just about starting a new business? I think most of us anticipate that's what entrepreneurship is all about. Entrepreneurship is about starting a new business venture. I disagree. I think entrepreneurship is about an attitude. You can be entrepreneurial in whatever you're doing. It's not necessary that you have to start an organization, start a new shop to call yourself an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is of thoughts. You can be entrepreneurial in your thoughts, which means you can devise new ideas. You can approach problems differently. You can find resolution to the matters of great importance, even though you're part of a large organization and still call yourself an entrepreneur. So, on this important day, I do not wish to dwell on the importance of being an entrepreneur, because it is important. I mean, like many other things in life, entrepreneurship is also very, very important. Because I believe when you're a technology-based entrepreneur, when you're an IT-based entrepreneur, you can still probably continue your day job and come back in the evening. And if you have a good team, you can put in a lot of work hours and still become a successful entrepreneur. And that's what people do. They come back from work, even during work, thoda work mein shirk maar ke, work mein shirk could be your mantra. Shirking the work, and then during the work, during the lunch breaks, evenings, mornings, weekends, putting it together and becoming entrepreneurs. But that really doesn't capture the spirit of entrepreneurship, true entrepreneurship. People who really wish to become entrepreneurial, which means starting a new venture. I'm talking about starting new ventures. I'm not getting into the entrepreneurial proclivity. What I'm doing, I think, is entrepreneurial for me. I'm a professor. I'm an academic at heart. I have chosen this line. I could have done a number of things, but I've chosen this. But what I'm doing right now is administration in an institute. I believe it is entrepreneurial for me, because this is something I did not know. Civil engineering, as I've told you a number of times, I've learned it. And so it is quite entrepreneurial. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about starting new ventures. Why people do not start very many manufacturing ventures? Why is it? And believe you me, the likelihood of success of a manufacturing new venture is very, very high in Indian context. If you go by the data available on the MSME Ministry's website, you can check. If you have a new venture in manufacturing domain, your success rate is actually 4.5 times the success rate of an IT venture. 4.5 times. Why? Because you put some assets. The assets force your commitment. It forces your commitment. Samne pada hai, dekhna hi padega. You'll have to go and check it out. Because you'll have to check it out, you'll have to see it is operational. Once it is operational, it is going to result in some output. Once there is an output, you'll have to sell the output. But when you are entrepreneurial, just within a very limited, narrow, and not even full-scale IT, within a limited, narrow zone of technology or IT, the likelihood of success is very, very low. Why? Because the commitment is low. It doesn't call for an automatic commitment. So ladies and gentlemen, I won't take too much of your time, but I would encourage you to do following. One, if you truly do not wish to start a new venture, you can be entrepreneurial in your outlook, entrepreneurial in your thought, entrepreneurial in your ideas. Try and be entrepreneurial in the way you approach the work.